I'm too skinny, I'm too fat, I'm not pretty enough, not a good mom, not a good wife, I can't cook, I have a dirty house, I'm not a soccer mom, and on and on and on. By whose comparison? What's our gauge? What are we basing this on? Medical facts? Undisputed truth? What? Or are we letting the social rules, TV, and other people's opinions dictate how we actually see ourselves? Hi, I'm Michelle O'Neill, and you're watching Monday Mastery Moments with Michelle. Really? Have you ever wondered why you can be going along famously and all of a sudden you hit a brick wall? Let me ask you something. Was it that you didn't see it coming? I believe that's what happens when you shift your focus off of your destination and begin to get absorbed in the distractions around you. You miss the warning signs and the potential hazards that can appear in front, right there in front of you. It's kind of like when you're driving and a text pops up on your phone and you shift, or when you're looking for a particular station on your radio. Now, not that I've ever done this, but for that split second or two, your attention has been diverted, and it's in that space of time that the unexpected can happen. Well, the same thing happens when we start looking at others, their successes, or their perceived successes, their fortune, or whatever it is that we think we want. It's a slow poison that, when left alone, begins to feed at your insecurities. When we start looking at what others are doing and start comparing our accomplishments and other aspects of our life with others, we are glancing at what we see through distorted glasses. Glasses that are colored with our own perceptions of what we see or what facts we see or think that's going on in their life. How many times have you watched someone's social media reel, their news reel, and the glorious life that they seem to have, and later realize that wonderful life that they seem to be living is actually just a fallacy? We have a tendency to play up the good and downplay that not so good that happens in our lives. Who wants to know that you're struggling anyway? And who wants to know your life is just, not very interesting, is it? And so we only share the things that puts us in the best light to entice others to want what we have. It's a game we all play. And that's when we find ourselves comparing ourselves to others. Stop! All I want to say is keep your eyes on the ball. Easier said than done. And it's that poison that's been ingested since the beginning of time. So don't beat yourself up about it. It's nothing new. And in many ways, I guess you could say it's just human nature. Listen, there are things that we can actually practice and put in place to make sure we don't drink that poison, or not too much. There are actually a few things that we want to look at when we find ourselves ready to drink the Kool-Aid, and questions that we want to ask ourselves. Find out more about that this week on this week's Mastering Your Monday podcast. I have it there. And its podcast name is What Do We Do When Comparison is the Culprit? I'll put the link below. But until next time, my friend, master every day like it's your Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.